under currently, and looks like we are seeing a strong gust of wind. This could be some very strong winds near the station. This could be very well a tornado. We're hearing strong gusts of wind, and yes, it does seem like a tornado is right over the station. The tornado is right over the station. The winds are shaking, and things are beginning to fall a little bit. We're still on air. We just heard a gust of wind right over outside of our station. There's a tornado on the ground in Webb. There's a tornado on the ground in Webb, just crossed our station as we speak. Get in your safe space. Looks like we've heard glass break. If we're on air, if we can cut in onto live TV, a tornado has just gone through the station here at WDHN. A tornado has just come through. We're live here at WDHN. A tornado has just came through the station. We heard glass shattering. We're going to get this to the National Weather Service. If anybody can get to the National Weather Service right now, a tornado has just came through the station in Webb. And I'm typing to the National Weather Service right now, and I'm going to get that on air. A tornado has just went through our station. You can see the debris ball right over here, and you can hear that. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, everyone's fine.
Okay, everybody's fine. We're live on air, but a tornado has just gone through our station. It had to be, and looks like that's a debris signature. I'm going to say suspected, but that felt like a tornado. That did not feel like a regular storm. We have debris everywhere across the station, but getting your safe space, going right under the shed. I was right here at the studio as this hit. Now, typically, if you go out here and it's raining really, really hard, you would see there's a shed and there's an awning. The tornado ripped that off, and it flew either this way. We see half the trees down over here, and we also have lots of debris. And this is why we want you guys to stay safe and stay weather aware. Take a look at this. This is a part of a security camera. This is a very large piece of debris, and this is what I heard fall all the way down from the awning down here. This is our security camera, and now our door is open. We have lots of stuff ongoing, but luckily we didn't lose power, and we were able to stay on air, and we have a lot of damage still across the station that we haven't showed you guys just yet. Once the sun comes up, we'll get a good assessment. The National Weather Service will be out here as well, but I'm glad everybody at the station, and so far we don't have any reports of injuries, at least right now here in the Wiregrass. Multiple tornadoes on the ground, potentially across the Wiregrass, at least radar confirmed. So if you're in Houston County, and if you're in Early County, you need to get into your safe space. Again, I'm going to go more on a street-by-street view for both tornado-warned storms.
WDHN Chief Meteorologist Jordan Ambrose is tracking the situation. Jordan, what can you tell us about the red flag warning?
So basically what a red flag warning is, Joseph and Jess, is when you have dry air in combination with some stronger winds, and that could cause some wildfires. And I'll tell you what the culprit is. Take a look at our satellite and radar. It's mainly an approaching cold front that will bring drier air, which is good news, and also cooler temperatures. But with wind gusts beginning to really pick up after that, this is why the whole state of Alabama is under a red flag warning. And it doesn't help that we're under some drought conditions, mainly in the severe category, but even extreme drought conditions in areas of southeastern Houston County, in areas of Early County and Covington County as well. You put that in combination with wind gusts up to 20 to 30 miles per hour beginning around 10 a.m., around 29 miles per hour here in Dothan, and then really beginning to dwindle down for your afternoon and evening around 7 p.m. This is why we're under that red flag warning. So I want to give you guys some tips so you guys can stay safe. Never leave campfires unattended. Adhere to burn bans and warnings, and properly extinguish any cigarettes, and keep vehicles off of dry vegetation. I want you guys to stay safe and stay weather aware. Remember, between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. is that red flag warning. Back to you, Joseph and Jess.
Now, your Storm Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Ambrose.
Temperatures sitting in the mid-70s here in Dothan, the upper 70s as you go closer to Montgomery, and even further out to your west, 81 degrees in Jackson, and that warm air will make its way into the Wiregrass, and it's mainly due to an area of high pressure continuing to get strong. Actually, further out to your west, we could see widespread temperatures 20 to 30 degrees above normal. Now here in southeast Alabama, about 10 to 20 degrees above normal due to this strong area of high pressure, bringing lots of heat to much of the lower 48. Here in the Wiregrass, sitting at 75 degrees here in the Circle City, 76 in Old Ozark, and even further down to your south, a little bit cooler, 68 degrees in Destin, Florida. High temperatures today did reach the mid to upper 70s, but the 80s will return to the tri-state region. Now, one thing that you have noticed maybe a little bit is maybe some smoke and wildfires ongoing across the region. Now, that has dwindled down a little bit, but expect smoke to really begin to increase once again across the area, mainly because winds will begin to shift. You can see that in our hour-by-hour forecast. You can see the way those clouds begin to move. So we're going to see lows in the 50s, but after that, winds will begin to come out of the south. And you can tell by the way the clouds are moving from south to north. So that southerly wind will help also bring warmer air, but also that will make the smoke move towards the wiregrass. You can see that even by your Wednesday night. So by tonight, maybe some smoke and some hazy conditions could be ongoing. That will continue even for your morning time hours. Now, eventually this would dwindle down, but it begins to get a little bit more heavier for your Thursday, but winds begin to shift one more time, and that will actually help clear some of the smoke across the region for your Friday going into your Saturday. Now, the long range forecast actually looks very, very dry, which isn't good for your drought conditions. We're still in a rainfall deficit. The new drought monitor does come out tomorrow, and I expect it to look a little bit worse, mainly due to the fact that we haven't seen any substantial rain in over a week. And the long range forecast shows that continues, but there could be some light at the end of the tunnel. We're just seeing above average temperatures, but models have been hinting at the potential of maybe near or slightly above average precipitation across much of the lower 48. And that is something that we need, especially if we're going to get rid of those drought conditions across the tri-state region. Highs will remain in the 80s over the next few days, but a cold front will make its way through and cool us down back into the 70s, but temperatures will moderate back into the 80s in the long term. Your 7-day forecast looks pretty good. Sunny and dry. Again, not great for those drought conditions. The best chance of rain might be for your Saturday as that cold front makes its way through, but rain chances will remain relatively low and not so great for those drought conditions, and hazy skies could continue across the tri-state region all the way through your Friday and Saturday.
Well, Jordan, it's